work on this real quick. All right. When I point at you, you laugh. Okay? So this work, let's practice. Over here. Okay, back over here. You guys got it. You're going to be great. All right. So, bottom line is comedy is hard. What these people are going to do tonight is not easy. Just the act of walking onto the stage takes a lot of courage. And sometimes you think you do really well. You get up here, you come off, you're pretty happy. Like last week, a woman pulled me aside after a show and said, "Sean, I love you, but that wasn't that funny." And I said, "Come on, Mom, I am doing my best." So normally the way we practice, like we do it once a month here, right, Amy, at the end of the month, with open mics. Andy hosts one, I talked about it earlier. For comedians, an open mic is, how do I put this? It's one of Dante's 7 layers of hell. We have to do it. It's the only way to get better, but it's no fun. You have to listen to a bunch of other comedians doing jokes that they haven't really worked out yet, and pretend like they're funny, and then you're really just waiting for your 5 minutes to talk to them, and they're not going to listen to you either. So, but what does it say about my self-esteem? And normally the way it works is the host will tap you on the shoulder when it's your turn to go next, and I just assume I'm being asked to leave. So I got a little advice for you. We're going to get this thing started. I want to give you some good advice. If your policy in life is to, if at first you don't succeed, try again. For the love of God, please don't try skydiving. I'm going to get this out of the way now. I'm bald. Every comedian's probably going to point that out to you when they come up here. I'm aware of it. You don't have to point it out to me. I know it's been this way since the 80s. Yeah, I remember being a 9th grader in high school and having one of my friends point out, "You got a bald spot up there." I'm like, "Oh, shut up, what are you talking about?" He was right. And it just got worse from there. Then there was my Apollo for Men period. And what they don't tell you is those things are like a brick. They look good, but when a girl touches it, that date's over. Yeah. So, I eventually grew out of that right after I got married when our son was born. And by the time I had a better toupee, it actually felt sort of, I know, but it worked with me. It wasn't great, but the day I decided I didn't need it anymore, I'm like, hey, I'm married, I got a kid, what am I doing? I cut it off, and my son burst into tears. About sums up being bald. But here's the thing, being bald, there's an advantage to being bald that you guys haven't thought of. I have a way better chance of getting away with murder than you do. Why? You get caught because you leave hair fibers behind. That's not going to happen to me. And plus, good luck picking me out of a lineup. I can be anybody. How do you think Lex Luthor got away with it all those years? They had to bring in Superman to get that guy. All right, so it's been a rough week, 10 days. We haven't had Pornhub here in Florida for 10 days. But if you go to that site, feel free to do it right now. You won't offend me. Go ahead and Google Pornhub. I know it's not on your phones. Like if you type, I know, right? If you type in the P, it's going to go Pornhub. But if you go there, you're going to see a message from a nice woman, fully clothed, telling you, please contact your elected officials to get Pornhub back in Florida. I'm not going to do that. I am a 56-year-old man, and my first contact with my elected officials is not going to be demanding my porn. Because you know that's going into your file somewhere. Yeah. I was really upset this week. It was January 6th, and I saw that a bunch of snowflakes had invaded the Capitol. I was like, come on. But then I found out it was just snowing in D.C. that day. Yeah. Actually, on that day, they swore in all the new Congress people, and Tim Scott, remember Tim Scott, the U.S. Senator from South Carolina, was first sworn in 2013, and he now has become the longest-serving black senator in U.S. history. So let's give it up for Tim Scott. It's a big surprise, because usually Republicans figure out they're black before that. You can laugh at that, okay. His new biopic is coming out. 12 years a GOP senator. You can laugh at that. That one's good. Come on. If you think about it, it all ties together. I told you about 2017. All right, one more thing on the, and we'll get off the political stuff. But the new regime is coming in 10 days, and I'm a little concerned because I screwed this joke up. See, I'm not originally from this country. Yeah, because forget all that stuff I told you about being born in New York. It's not true. My family's originally from Ireland, and I can't go back there. I quit drinking 11 months ago. They won't let me in the country, not even for a visit. Yeah, we used to be the O-Steels. I dropped the O when I got into porn. And now I can't even watch my videos. Oh. So, my wife's family's from Alabama, so I went there for the holidays. And I asked my little nephew, who's like 15 years old, I said, what do you think Alabama was like 100 years ago? And you know what he told me? Go to Mississippi. They hate that joke in Mississippi. All right, so you saw we had a chance here in Florida to legalize marijuana, and we didn't do it. Here's a hack for you, though. I have glaucoma now. Because my only other option is to go back to drinking. You don't want that, I don't want that. Because, you know, it's a couple of things about me and drinking. You know, when you go to the bar now, you have to give them your credit card before you can even start drinking? That was because of me. Other thing is, have you ever been in a bar and one of the bar staff will kind of tap you on the shoulder and go, hey buddy, come with me. What's going on? I'm going to take you to a better part of the bar. And before you know it, you're in an Uber on the way home. Yeah. That's happened to me during the World Series. Yeah. Finally, I have a question for you on this. Does anyone know what 15 Jaeger bombs cost? Stephanie, you have any idea? It's your marriage. It will cost you your marriage. Because you'll do things like decide those 4 girls can come back and hang out in your hot tub in the backyard. 3's the maximum. 4 makes too much noise. Your wife gets pissed. Yeah. So, like I told you, I've been losing my hair since the 80s. I was an 80s kid. Went to high school, started in 1980, graduated in 86, so all of that I was in high school for. 80s kids didn't have a chance. Our role models, come on. America's dad, Bill Cosby, taught everyone how to handle going on dates with women. He's doing 10 to 20 for that advice now. Michael Jackson was a straight sex symbol in the 80s. Woo! And if you're too young to remember that, he'd have loved you. I'm sorry, I like that one. In the 80s, we had the first teacher launched into space on the space shuttle. It was a big deal, and they let us out of class so that we could go into. Come on in, guys. Yeah. Come on in. I'm gonna guess you guys are with cousin Andy. Yeah. Yeah, that fits. All right, so come on, sit in right up front. We won't make fun of you. In the 1980s, we had the space shuttle. Okay, so they let us out to watch it, and I can't sugarcoat this. It blew up right in front of us. And this is before we had grief counseling and people worried about kids' feelings. They just sent us back to class with our teachers. Well, those of us who still had teachers, because there's that one class, kids, she's not coming back. Hey, it was like 40 years ago. She was 40 years old. She didn't live the safest lifestyle. You think she'd still be around? She'd probably have been a rock climbing accident. Something would happen. Right in the middle of the 80s, out of nowhere, they changed the formula for Coke, and it wasn't as good. Coincidentally, you see where this is going. Coincidentally, right around the same time, they changed the formula for Coca-Cola. That sucked too. The 80s were a simpler time, though. This is before 9/11. You could walk your girlfriend all the way to the plane at the airport, begging her to not leave you. Now you got to get that done before she gets out of the car, because some TSA guy's going to chase you right out of there. It's tough. I tell you, it's tough. Why did I bring it? I just conjured Rodney Dangerfield in my head there. I tell you, it's tough. All right. Do you remember the anti-drug slogan of the 80s? Just say no. Problem solved, right? Here we go. We're done. We're done here. Thanks, Nancy. You did it. You saved it. All addiction is over now. I mean, if that worked, I would have just told my hair, don't fall out. Doesn't work. All right. We've had fun. We've had a lot of fun. I've run the light, but